I'm just going to do a quick disclosure before I start this video. This is not medical advice from a medical expert or anything. These are my own trial and errors that I used holistically on my own dog. So anything mentioned in this video, I do recommend that you do your own research and get your own advice from a healthcare professional. Like I said, this is not medical advice. I'm not telling anybody to do this. What I am telling you is do your own research and get your own advice from a medical professional. So let's get into it. I've been wanting to make this video for a very long time, and this cute little guy here, his name was Oreo, and he was my dog, and Oreo came down with a bad case of cancer, and he was infested with tumors. So we had brought him to the vet, and naturally I was upset. I was just beside myself. I wanted to bring him home and think about it because the vet wanted to, put him down and put him to rest so he wouldn't suffer. And I wanted to think about it, and I had been doing a lot of research on natural remedies about cancer and stuff like that. So I decided to come up with a protocol for him, and I gave it a very short amount of time. If he wasn't getting better within weeks, then we were gonna put him down, just so he wouldn't suffer and wasn't gonna be in misery. Oreo was a great dog, always a high energy dog. Even when he came down sick, you didn't even notice a change. He didn't complain, he didn't whimper. He was a great dog. He was very strong, very, very strong-willed dog. Amazing, really, and inspirational too. So the protocol I'm going to get into is what I use for him on a daily basis for 6 years, and it shrunk his tumors down to non-existent and kept him alive for 6 years to where he lived a pretty much normal life. So one of the first things I used was what's known as Rick Simpson oil. It's a concentrated cannabis oil that was invented by Rick Simpson, and I had heard a lot of good things about it for cancer treatments, so I decided to use that on him. I had to make it myself, which I did. So he would get about a milliliter of that a day, and I'd give him a pinch of baking soda in his food because the baking soda would alkaline the body and keep it from being acidic. So I gave him a pinch of baking soda every day to keep his body alkaline, because cancer doesn't do well in an alkaline environment. So I'd give him baking soda. I gave him what's known as liquid oxygen, because again, cancer doesn't thrive in a very oxygenated environment. So I would give him liquid oxygen, about 10 drops in his water every day. I would give him really good food. We bought him the highest quality food we could get. We got him multivitamins that were the best we could find. The last thing I would give him was what's known as Essiac tea, and that's a Native American remedy they used to use for cancer, I guess. And I had just done research and had found that, and I was giving him that once a day in his food as well. Like I'd make a tea. It's a tea. You make a tea out of it, but I made a soup for him, and I'd give him that. And that was his protocol. I gave him that every single day for 6 years, and within the first couple weeks, the tumors had shrunk down. We brought him back to the vet, and the vet couldn't believe it. He was like, "What did you do to this dog?" He was really in shock. Like, "What did you do to this dog? Like, where are the tumors?" He was loaded, and now I can't even find any tumors. They had shrunk right down. The vet was just blown away. So I knew I was on to something. So I did that for Oreo for 6 years. He got that protocol, and it kept him alive for 6 years. So I just wanted to share that with people because I know it's heartbreaking when our pets get cancer and other diseases, and that was what I used. I would do things a little bit different today. I would definitely try some dewormers first, but I would definitely use that protocol as well. That protocol worked amazing. Within the first few weeks we saw the results, and even the vet was blown away. He couldn't believe that this dog didn't have cancer anymore. The tumors were gone, and he couldn't even find one. So it really worked. It was a great thing. So anything I mentioned in this video, do your own research. Get your doctor's approval if you need to, if you decide to try anything. But yes, get your physician's advice on it. I would never tell anybody to do anything on their own, but do your own research. Do your own research on the things I mentioned, and they worked for Oreo. So I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, and I should have, because it could help people, and I hope it does. So that's what I used. He was pretty much a healthy dog for those 6 years that he lived extra, that he got extra life. So we got him as an adult dog. So by the time he came down with cancer, I think he was about 10 years old, maybe. I think he lived to be about 15, 16 after having cancer. So yeah, that's the protocol I used. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me questions in the comments or send me a message. Be blessed and have a great day.